Hello students, how are you all? I hope you are fit and fine at your home. Dear students, today we shall study Geography of Standard 6th. And in Geography, we shall study the remaining part of lesson number 2. Let us use the Graticule. In the last video, we have studied figure number 2.1. Then we have studied describe the location of a place, describing the extent of the region and describing the extent of linear features like a river and a road. Okay students, this much we have studied. Now today we shall study, let us use the Graticule. Okay, with it we are going to study important parallels and meridians. Okay students, so let's start with a new point, that is, let's use the Graticule. Okay students, see student, answer the following questions about location and extent with the help of figure number 2.3. Here figure number 2.3 is given and this is the map of Brazil. Okay student, Brazil is in South America. Okay student, and here some of the questions are given. These questions we are going to study. So let's start with the first question without further ado. Which latitude and longitude define the location of capital of Brazil, Brasilia? So let's learn with the map now. Let's find out the latitude and longitude that defines the location of the capital of Brazil, that is Brasilia. Okay students, so here the map of Brazil is given. Here you can see in this map, here is Brasilia. Okay students, now I will use the other map of Brazil to clear it. Students, first of all we shall learn the location of Brazil in the world map. Okay, so here is the South America, this is South America and Brazil is located in this area. We have to find out the latitudes and the longitude that define the location of capital of Brazil, that is Brasilia. Here is Brasilia is located. Okay, first of all I would like to tell you student, the Brazil is located in the Western Hemisphere. This is the Western Hemisphere. This side is Western Hemisphere. Okay, Equator passes through the Brazil. Here is prime meridian. So Brazil is in Western Hemisphere. Okay, as well as it is in Northern Hemisphere. Okay, and it is in the Southern Hemisphere. Okay student, so here in short I would like to tell you the location of Brazil. It is located in the Western Hemisphere, Northern Hemisphere and Southern Hemisphere. Now it is easy to know which latitude defines the location of Brasilia. So here it is 0 degree, it is equator. Here it is 15 degree and below that we can see Brasilia. It means it is 16 degrees south. Okay, it is located at 16 degrees south. Now we can find out the longitude. Okay, that defines the location of the capital of Brazil, that is Brasilia. So here student, you can see here 60 degrees longitude and 30 degrees longitude. It means it is located in between 30 degrees to 60 degrees. If we draw a longitude like this, it means that it is 48 degrees west. Okay, it is 16 degrees south. Why it is west and why it is south student? Because Brazil is located in the Western Hemisphere. Okay, and these longitudes are located in western hemisphere. So 48 degree west. Okay, and here why it is south? Because it is in southern hemisphere. This is the part of southern hemisphere. So 16 degree south. Okay student. So 16 degrees south latitude and 48 degrees west longitude defines the location of the capital of Brazil, that is Brasilia. Okay student. So here we have find out the answer to the first question. Now student, I would like to show you a larger map of Brazil. Yes student, here you can see the political as well as physical map. In the both you can see Brasilia is here, Brasilia is here. This is the physical map and this is the political map. So we can clearly locate the location of Brasilia. So Brasilia is located in between 10 degrees to 20 degrees south. Okay, so it is located in between. If you draw like this, a latitude, parallel of latitude, so it is 16 degree south, 16 degree south. And if we draw a longitude, okay students, so it is 48 degree west longitude. Okay, 16 degree south latitude and 48 degree west longitude defines the location of the capital of Brazil, that is Brasilia. Okay student, have you understood? Very good. Now we will move forward. Students, now we shall find out the answer to the second question, that is what would be the longitudinal extent of Brazil that spreads from 5 degrees 15 minutes north to 33 degrees 45 minutes south latitude. Okay students, so here latitudinal location is given. We have to find out the longitudinal extent of the Brazil. Okay, yes student, if you want to find out the extent, then we need to use 2 latitudes and 2 longitudes. Okay, that we have learned in the last video. Okay students, very good. Now let's find out the latitudinal extent of Brazil. Then I will use the other map to make it clear to you. Okay, we have to find out the longitudinal extent of Brazil. Latitudinal extent has given, that is 5 degrees 15 minutes north to 33 degrees 45 minutes south latitude. Okay student, if we draw a latitude, okay, so it is 30 degrees and it is 40 degrees. It means that it is 33 degrees 45 minutes south to what? 5 degrees 15 minutes. See, it is equator 0 degree, 0 to 5, it will go on increasing here. If we draw a latitude here, so it will be how much? 5 degrees 15 minutes north. We have to find out the longitudinal extension. These are longitudes, so we have to find out this longitudinal extension. Okay students, so if we take this point and draw a longitude, see I am drawing roughly students. In this way we can draw a longitude and it will be 73 degrees 59 minutes west. Understood students? So now we have to find out the other extension. If we draw a longitude from here like this, so it is 40 degrees. Okay, it will go on in decreasing here. It will be 34 degrees 47 minutes west. Okay students, have understood now the longitudinal extent of Brazil. It extends from 73 degree 59 minute west to 34 degrees 47 minutes west. Now we shall study the third question. The third question is, in which hemispheres does Brazil extend in the north-south direction? Yes, student. So, answer to this question is Brazil extends in the north and south hemisphere in the north and south direction. So, north and south hemispheres, Brazil extends in the north-south directions only. Next one is, in which hemisphere does Brazil extend in the east-west direction? Answer to this question is Brazil extends in the west hemisphere in the east-west direction. Okay, students, have you understood answers to these questions? Very good. Now, student, the next question. Which parallels and meridians should be used to describe the extent of River São Francisco? Okay, students. So, we have to find out the extension of the River São Francisco. Okay. So, here you can see in the map, River Francisco is given here. Okay. Students, first of all, let's see in which parallels does it lie. Okay. So, this is 20 degrees south. If we draw a latitude like this, okay, student, it means it is 21 degrees south parallels. Now, next parallel we will find out here till here. If we draw a parallel like this, okay, students, I am drawing roughly. It is 10 degree parallel. This is the equator, 0 degrees. It lies in between 0 degrees to 10 degrees. So, it is exactly 7 degrees 30 minutes. 7 degrees 30 minutes parallels. Okay. So, the river lies in between the two parallels, that is 7 degrees 30 minutes and 21 degrees south latitude. Okay. Now, we shall find out the longitudinal location of the river. Okay. So, let's find out. See, student, if we draw a longitude like this, roughly it is 36 degrees 30 minutes west. Okay. Now, next longitude, see here, if we draw a longitude here like this, it is 50 degrees. So, it is exactly 47 degrees 30 minutes west. Okay. So, it lies in between 36 degrees 30 minutes west to 47 degrees 30 minutes west. Now, we can say that from 21 degrees south parallels and 47 degrees 30 minutes west meridian to 7 degrees 30 minutes south parallels and 36 degrees 30 minutes west meridian used to describe the extent of River São Francisco. Okay, students. Now, with this, we will move forward with the next question. Describe the location of Marajo Island using the Graticule. So, student, here Marajo Island is given and we have to find out the location. If you want to find out the location, then one parallel and one meridian should be considered. So, what will be the location here? See, location of Marajo Island using Graticule can be described as follows. See, student, it is 0 degrees. So, it is below 0 degrees. Okay. So, it is exactly 0.04 minute north parallels. And see, it is 50 degrees. Okay. It is located here. If we draw like this, so it is how much? Roughly, I am drawing 51 degrees west meridian. Okay, student. So, this is the location. In short, I would like to tell you location of Marajo Island using Graticule can be described as 0.04 minute north parallels and 51 degrees west meridian. Okay, student? Yes, very good. So, here we have completed all these questions. Now, we shall move forward. Yes, student, now we shall study important parallels and meridians. Okay student, in the first lesson already we have studied what do you mean by parallels and what are meridians. Okay, so here we are going to study some of the important parallels and meridians. Students, for your kind information, this is equator. This is the largest eclipse on the earth. Okay, and the other parallels go on decreasing, but this is the largest one. Okay students, the other parallels to the north side and to the south side, it go on decreasing, and it is 0 degree. It is known as equator. Okay, as it go towards the north pole, it is 23 degrees 30 minutes north. It is called as Tropic of Cancer. Okay student, then next 66 degrees 30 minutes north, it is called as Arctic Circle. And the last, where all the points comes together, all the meridians comes together, that is called as North Pole. It is of 90 degrees. Okay, as we go down to the South Pole, this is 23 degree 30 minutes south. It is known as Tropic of Capricorn. This latitude 66 degrees 30 minutes south, it is called as Antarctic Circle. And the last one, that is South Pole, it is of 90 degree. Okay student, the same with the longitudes. The vertical lines are known as meridians. This is called as prime meridian and it is of 0 degree. Okay, yes, 0 degree. Okay students, so this area is of the equator, equatorial area. This area is called as equatorial area. It is belonged to the equator, that is 0 degree. Area of perpendicular rays. So here 2 days in a year, here we can see that sun rays falls perpendicular, completely perpendicular. This area of 66 degrees 30 minutes north and south, this is the area of slanting rays, where we find the day up to 24 hours. Okay, and the last area, that is area of very slanting rays, where duration of day more than 24 hours. Okay, so here we can find that days are of more than 24 hours. Okay, maximum it may be 6 months. Okay students, with this basic information, let's learn now. Let's get acquainted with some important parallels and meridians. All places between 23 degree 30 minutes north and south of equator receive perpendicular rays on the 2 days in a year. Other areas of the earth never get perpendicular rays. The parallels at 23 degree 30 minutes north and 23 degrees 30 minutes south of equator are called Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn respectively. Student, just now I have explained that this is the equator 0 degree and it moves forward, and this is called as 23 degrees 30 minutes north. This is known as Tropic of Cancer. And towards the South Pole, 23 degrees 30 minutes south, this is called as Tropic of Capricorn. So in this area of equator, we can see that in a year 2 times we can see the sun rays fall perpendicular, complete perpendicular. Okay, completely perpendicular like this. Okay, yes, in other area we never find that rays are falling perpendicular. Here we see always the rays are slanting. Okay students, so we have studied here the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. Okay students, do you know which are the 2 days on which the sun rays falls perpendicular? Yes student, if you know, you can type your answer in the comment box. Let me tell you, March 21st or 22. This is one day, and the other day is September 22nd or 23rd. Okay, So on these 2 days, we see that sun rays fall perpendicular on the equatorial area. Okay. Now student, next. The parallels at 66 degrees 30 minutes north and south of the equator are also important parallels. In the area between these two parallels throughout the year, daytime lasts within the limit of 24 hours. These are called Arctic Circle and the Antarctic Circle respectively. Just now I have told you students, so this region is called as Arctic Circle and this is also called as Antarctic Circle. Here we can see that daytime lasts within the limit of 24 hours. So here a daytime may be 24 hours. Okay, 24 hours day and 24 hours night. Okay students, in this way we can see, and it is in between the 66 degrees 30 minutes north and 66 degrees 30 minutes south Antarctic Circle. Here we can say that the daytime lasts within the limit of 24 hours. Okay. Now next one. Depending on the seasons, daytime sun being visible in the sky can be greater than 24 hours in the areas between the polar circles and the poles. Yes student, here depending on the seasons, the daytime can be greater than what? 24 hours in the areas between the polar circles. So here in these polar circles we can find that daytime is greater than 24 hours sometimes. Okay, it means that sun being visible in the sky more than 24 hours here. The maximum duration of the sun's appearance in the sky can be of 6 months at the poles based on the seasons. Just now I have told you students, on this polar region the daytime can be maximum for 6 months. Yes student, 6 months of day and 6 months of night can be found on the polar region, that is the north one and the south one. Okay student, have understood? Very good. Now see, during this period the sun continues to move in a spiral on the horizon. Okay students? Yes. So we have studied this much now. Now we will move forward again. See, we have seen in the standard 5th that the earth's axis is inclined. Yes student, we know that the earth's axis is inclined. You can see in the picture clearly it shows that the earth's axis is inclined. What do you mean by inclined student? Inclined means bent. Okay, it is somewhat bent. Okay, so you can see in the picture that is it is inclined by 23 degrees 30 minutes. Okay, due to the duration and intensity of sunlight, different temperature zones are formed on the earth. These zones give rise to pressure belt due to duration and the intensity of light. Okay student, because of the duration as well as intensity of sunlight, different temperate zones are formed. Yes student, do you know the temperate zones in the 5th standard we have learned? Yes student, if you have remember, you can type your answer in the comment box. So temperature zones are created because of the intensity of sunlight. So here we have seen that in between this equatorial area sun rays falls perpendicular, and here we can see the hottest area because of the perpendicular rays. So this region is called as torrid zone. It is called as torrid zone. Okay student? Yes. And below that 23 degrees 31 south to 66 degrees 30 minutes south and 23 degrees 30 minutes north to 66 degrees 30 minutes north. This region is called as moderate region. Okay, this is called as torrid zone, this is called as moderate zone, and this is called as frigid zone. Okay, frigid zone, moderate zone and torrid zone. Okay students? Yes, and it is because of the duration and intensity of the sun, as well as these zones give rise to the pressure belts. Yes student, on our earth there is a pressure of air, and because of the pressure of air on the earth we see that various pressure belts has created. Okay students, and it is because of the pressure of the air on the earth. Okay students, yes. Now next, variations in the intensity of sunlight leads to regional diversity in plants and animals. Yes student, because of the variation, because of the changes in the sunlight, as well as because of the variation in the intensity of sunlight leads to the regional diversity in the plants and animal life. Yes student, if it is frigid zone, then here we see tall trees. Okay, if it is ice capped, snow capped area, then we see there very tall plants with pointed leaves. Okay, then here in moderate area we see all kind of trees. Okay, then here in torrid zone we see very minimum trees are there. Okay, so in this way we see variation in plants as well as animals. Okay student, have understood? Very good. The 0-degree longitude or prime meridian is an important meridian. The main purpose of this is to fix the global standard time and coordinate the standard times of different countries. This meridian is also called Greenwich Meridian. Global standard time is known as GMT, that is Greenwich Mean Time. Okay student. So 0-degree longitude, that is prime meridian. Okay student, this is the prime meridian. Okay, it is very useful to consider the time or to decide to fix the global standard time, as well as it helps to coordinate with the standard times of the different countries. And this meridian is also called as Greenwich Meridian. It is called as Greenwich Meridian because it passes through the city Greenwich in England. Okay, and this is very useful to consider or decide the global standard time. Okay students, as well as it is called as global standard time is known as GMT, as our India's time is 5 hours 30 minutes late to this global standard time. Okay students, yes. The 180 meridian is also important from the prime meridian. Other meridians are marked east and west up to 180 degrees. The 180 degrees meridian lies opposite to prime meridian. This is the prime meridian and this is 0-degree, and the opposite one will be of what? This is 0-degree, this is 90-degree, and opposite side it will be 180 degree. And the opposite meridian also very important, that is 180 degrees meridian. Okay, that lies opposite to the prime meridian. Okay student, the international date line is marked with reference to this meridian. Yes, international date line is marked with the reference to this meridian, that is 180 degree meridian. Students, do you know what is international date line? Yes, let me tell you. The international date line, established in 1884, passes through the mid-Pacific Ocean and roughly follows a 180 degrees longitude north-south line on the earth. It is located halfway round the world from the prime meridian. The 0 degrees longitude established in Greenwich, England in 1852. Okay student, then what is the use of this international date line? Yes, as well as what does happen when you cross the date line? Yes student, when you cross the date line from west to east, you subtract a day, and if you cross the line from east to west, you add a day in your time. Yes student, okay. Have you understood now? If you are traveling from west to east, then you need to subtract a day. And if you are crossing the line from east to west, then you need to add 1 day to your time. Okay students, have you understood? Very good. Now students, The equator as well as all pairs of opposite meridians form great circles. Great circles are used for finding the minimum distance between any two places on the surface of the earth. Okay students, so great circles, all the great circles together becomes a graticule. Okay, these are the circles, all these meridians forms a great circle like this. Okay, and it helps to form a graticule, and with the help of graticule we can find out the minimum distance between any two places on the surface of the earth. Okay students, have you understood? Very good. Okay students, so here we have studied today. Let's use the graticule. Then we have studied the important parallels and meridians. Okay, in the next video we shall study the map of Vatican City, as well as we will study the exercises given on the page number 14. Okay students, if you have liked it and found it useful to you, then like it, share it to your friends, comment below the video. Do not forget to subscribe and press the bell icon so that you will get current notification of new videos. Thank you. Be connected.